Hey, it's your friend Debra. And today I want to talk to you about a very, very important topic. This topic is concerning caregiver stress, burnout, whatever you want to call it. But stress from caregiving is a very, very common problem. And it's really natural to feel angry and frustrated, exhausted, alone, or sad. And equally important is to find ways to cope with these challenges and keep a realistic perspective. But when we're talking about challenges, everything is a challenge in our life. And in order to overcome challenges, we have to have solutions. We have to get results. And that is why I'm here for you. So, the first thing I want to talk about are some of the symptoms of caregiver stress, because if we don't recognize the symptoms, we don't know that we have a problem. And before I continue, I want you to know that on my website, I have a free PDF for you. This is a free quiz that you can take. This is a quiz. It's called Stress Avoid the Care Snare. So, this is actually taken from the AARP. And so this is a really cool caregiver stress test that you can take. It's on the website, answersaboutalz.org. That website is answersaboutalz.org. And there's a free resources tab there. And there's all kinds of really cool things there for you that are free. So I want to talk about the symptoms of caregiver stress because they're really important that you take notice of these. And the first one is exhaustion. Then there's anxiety and depression, difficulty sleeping, new or worsening problems with your own health. Because how can you take care of a person with dementia if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not healthy and you're not well? So it's kind of like, when you're on the airplane and they say if the oxygen masks drop, put yours on first before assisting others. Because if you go to assist somebody else and you pass out, then neither of you are going to be okay. You can't help others unless you take care of yourself first. The other one is denial. And then you may be overreacting to more minor problems or minor nuisances that pop up. You may kind of be exploding over things that most people would consider more minor. So those are some symptoms of caregiver stress that I hope that you're going to be a little bit more conscious of. And, caregiver burnout, caregiver stress, whatever you want to call it, it's very, very common. Like, I don't think I know any caregivers who have said that they're not suffering from this. So it's a big problem. And if we don't address it, we don't talk about it, we don't think about it, we can't keep sweeping these things under the rug, right? Because you have to take care of yourself. So how can you kind of plan ahead and plan for your own health and staying healthy? Because you can plan for these things, right? So the first thing that we should be trying to plan for to stay healthy would be diet and exercise. And we've heard over and over and over, we know what's good for our diet, right? Cutting out the bad carbs, cutting out the fats, increasing our fruits and vegetables, right? Staying away from smoking and alcohol. And we've heard of the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet. These are all great, great ways. They're good for your heart. They're good for your brain. So diet obviously is a really great way to try and plan and staying healthy. The next one is exercise. So several times a week, minimum 30 minutes a day. We've heard this over and over and over, right? So get your exercise and take care of yourself. The next one is really, really important. This is recognizing the signs of depression. And I urge you to Google that, print out the signs, keep them handy, and monitor yourself. Do some self-monitoring. But some of the signs of depression are feelings of worthlessness and guilt. Who doesn't have guilt as a caregiver? Beyond me. Getting easily agitated and frustrated. How do you not get easily agitated and frustrated when you're working with a person with dementia? Well, I'm going to tell you how later in the program, but feelings of hopelessness, thoughts of suicide, death, dying, loss of interest in activities that you once loved. And sometimes it's hard to get your own activities in, isn't it? When you're caring for a person with dementia, it's hard to find time for yourself. Changes in your weight, either up or down. Physical changes like headaches and stomach aches and maybe shaking, and problems sleeping. So those can be some of the signs of depression, but I do urge you to look more into the signs and symptoms of depression. Some other ways to plan ahead to kind of stay healthy would be accepting and asking for help, especially if someone is offering help. Don't say no. Don't say, oh, I'll let you know. Say yes. Say yes immediately and then figure out later what they can do. Ask them to bring you dessert. Ask them to come and sit for an hour or two so you can go take a break or take a nap. Ask them to prepare a meal for you, go shopping for you, whatever it is that will relieve some of the pressure. When people offer help, they offer because they want to help, but they don't know exactly what to do. So just say yes and figure it out later. Take advantage of people who are asking you if they can help because they want to help and they feel good when they help you. So let them help. And the next plan to try and stay healthy is time management. And people with dementia, they do better with routines. So this can only help you as well. And I want you to try and build in some time management for yourself. I want you to put in some time management for you, even if it's just 10 minutes or 20 minutes or a half an hour, something just for you and no one else that you're going to enjoy. Reading a book, going for a short walk, getting back to nature, maybe taking a hot bubble bath or just having a cup of coffee outside with a good book. Maybe it would be treating yourself to ice cream or a slice of cheesecake at your favorite shop. But time management is important in staying healthy. The next part of this that I want to talk about and address are some tips and tricks to manage your stress, because we all have stress in our lives. But when you're working with a person with dementia, it can be like you're drowning. Like you're drowning. You feel like you're never going to recover. You feel like there's just no one on your side, but I'm on your side. So tips and tricks for managing stress can be, the first thing is identifying what the triggers are. So this also works with your person with dementia. There's something triggering them as well. But if you can figure out what is triggering you and what is triggering your stress, we can decrease that or eliminate it, right? So when it comes to dementia symptoms, I can help you decrease or eliminate about 80% of the behaviors that you're struggling with. And I bet that would help you a hell of a lot managing your stress level. The next one is recognizing your feelings. It's okay to feel the way you feel. It's okay to feel guilty. It's okay to feel like you wish they would die. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. So recognize those feelings and just realize that it's okay to feel what you feel. And don't let anybody tell you anything differently. The next one is, when you discover what works for you, then stick with it and do more of it. So if you do a little time management and you figure out, you know what, maybe I can get to Zumba class once or twice a week. And if you love it, if you just love going to Zumba, then fit that into your schedule more often. Make it a priority. If you love meeting your girlfriend for coffee on Wednesday morning at this cute little coffee shop down the street, make it a point. Make it a point. It's good for you. And what's good for you is going to end up being good for your person with dementia too. So discover what works for you, discover what you love, and do more of that. Do more of that. It'll do your heart good, your brain good, and all your relationships good. The next one is realize and accept what you can't change. You can't change that this disease is a progressive degenerative disease. We can't change that. But what we can change and what's in your power is how you handle and manage that disease. So if you're sick and tired of dementia having a stranglehold on your life and on your person with dementia, then it's time to take notice. It's time to take charge. And it's time to take the Certified Master Dementia Strategist course, where you can learn how to take a hold of dementia rather than dementia having its hold on you. And you know it's got a hold on you. The next one is give yourself some credit. Look at all the things you've done and accomplished. Listen, you go to the doctor's office, you get a diagnosis of Alzheimer's or dementia or Lewy body, frontotemporal, vascular dementia, Parkinson's disease. And what do? They hand you a brochure. They hand you a brochure and they say, see you in 6 months. Where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? You're dealing with maybe they won't get in the shower. Maybe they're spitting out their pills. Maybe they're so angry they're screaming and yelling at you constantly. They're not eating their dinner. They're not eating any food except cupcakes and cookies and ice cream. Maybe they're exit seeking. Maybe you think they're dangerous. You're trying to get the car keys away from them. Maybe you can't get them to wear their Depends. You can't get them to change their clothes. I go on and on and on. But here you go out the door with your little brochure. See you in 6 months. That's not a solution. In order to manage your stress and in order to manage exhaustion, frustration, it's just a matter of skills. That's all it is. Scripts and skills. And you can get there. It's easy. But solutions get rid of stress. The next one is forgive yourself for any failures or setbacks. Our entire lives, we have failures and we have setbacks. And taking care of a person with dementia is no exception. You're going to lose your shit once in a while. But let's make those much farther and fewer between. Instead of having 80% bad days, let's turn that into 80% good days. And how would you like it if I told you that I could guarantee that for you? Let's get a handle on this stress because you don't deserve to live like this, and neither does your person with dementia. Let's talk about some techniques now on how to actually reduce stress. So number one is eat healthy. We kind of already talked about that, but eating healthy is key to reducing stress. Exercise. You got to get moving. You got to get some exercise. So please put this into your schedule. The next one is socialization. There are so many health benefits to being social and being socially active. So if you have a great friend that just makes you laugh and you always have such a great time with that person, that's the person you want to hang out with. And don't go out with them and bitch and complain about your person with dementia the whole time. Let that person entertain you. Have some fun. Be in the present moment. All right? Take a break from what's going on at home or the senior living community and actually enjoy that friend. Hang out with the people who put you at your best. You'll be thanking me. You'll be thanking me for that. The next one is you could keep a journal. I know a lot of my students like to keep journals. They like to write down things that they're thankful for. In fact, I just had a graduate recently. She was actually in Guatemala, and she graduated, and she said, every night I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And after the course, I realized that I was grateful for my mom again. And it's been a long time since I've been grateful for my mom. So that was really beautiful. But maybe keeping a journal, maybe trying to write down some things that you're thankful for can help with your stress level too. Religion. Maybe this might be helpful to you. How about meditation? I recently started meditating and my blood pressure has dropped significantly. And I don't do the cross-legged om. I don't do that. I go to YouTube, which I know you know where YouTube is, right? So go to YouTube, search beginner meditations, just listen to a couple of them. You can find them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, hour and a half. There's all different lengths. There's all different people that do it. I'm sure you'll find something that you like and just try it. So try meditation. The next one on my list, I kind of put it on there because I felt like I had to, but I'm not a firm believer in this one. But the next one is support groups. I know, support groups. And I think there's a time and a place for support groups. But I also feel that support groups are more somewhere to go where everybody is having similar problems as you. And to me, support groups, no hate mail. No hate mail, please. Support groups to me are kind of bitch sessions, right? We get together with people who are suffering the way we are, and we all kind of suffer together. But there aren't real solutions. There aren't real outcomes. There's no, this is what we have to change to get out of the situation that we're in. And I'm a problem solver. I'm a doer. So for me and my students, we can do the pity party, but only for a limited time only. And then we're off to solutions and turning challenges into victories, because that's what I'm about. I'm about the victory. I'm not about the bullshit journey that gets there, right? Let's get to the victories and let's celebrate the victories. That's what I'm about. Stick with me. I'll get you there. I promise. The next one is to make time for yourself. So you got to make some time for yourself. I don't care if you start out doing 10 minutes and then hopefully you move it up to longer and longer, but you got to start somewhere. So figure it out. Find somebody to come and hang out with your person with dementia for a little while, and then see if you can extend that time that you're spending with yourself. The next one would be to utilize community services. Sometimes we don't realize that there are resources out there and available in your own community, maybe for some respite care. Respite care is for the caregiver. Respite care means that somebody will come and take care of your person so that you can get a break. That's what respite care is. So the Alzheimer's Association, they have programs. They might send somebody out for a couple hours for a few days. You might try your local area office of the aging. They may be able to have resources for you, the Alzheimer's Society. So check around and see if maybe you might be able to find some resources that can give you a little bit of respite time. So you may find that it's really difficult to show your emotions, but if you bury those emotions and feelings, it can lead to anger, resentment, depression. So don't deny your feelings. And if you think that you may be suffering from depression, depression is treatable. So please reach out to your doctor and get some help, because depression is treatable. And these dementia symptoms are treatable. I can help you with all of them. I don't care what type of dementia you're dealing with. I don't care where in the world you live. I don't care how old you are, young or old, it doesn't matter. These techniques work across the board. I don't care if you're a family caregiver, a professional caregiver. I don't care if you're at home, at your parents' house. I don't care whose living room you're standing in. This shit works. I don't care if you're in a memory care unit, a nursing home, a rehab center, a hospital, an assisted living, an independent living. These techniques work across the board, and I'll prove it. I'll not only prove it, I'll guarantee it. I know, some pretty big damn shoes to fill, huh? But let me prove it to you. That's the only way you're going to really understand. Students come to me all the time, and they have doubt, and you should too. But the doubt will wear away after the first class, and you'll start seeing results with your person with dementia after the first class. And by the way, there's only four classes. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, go to the website. I'll put it down in the link below. answersabout.alz.org. You just simply go to the website. In the top right corner, there's a button, book a call. You click on it, you pick a day and time to talk to a dementia coach, and you fill out the form. During your call with your coach, they're going to ask you some questions about what you're dealing with. And we're going to make sure that we can help you before we even offer you a spot in one of the classes. These classes always fill up. And if we determine that maybe you're just not, you have to care about your results as much as I care about your results. If that's the case, we'll let you in. But these problems that you're suffering with, you don't have to anymore. There's finally real solutions that are guaranteed. You have nothing to lose. So with that, I hope, I pray that this video has given you some ideas, even if you only implement a couple, right? I hope it helps you to relieve your stress. Stress is normal for a person caring for a person with dementia. This is probably the hardest job on the planet. And you could be in this for years. You could be in this for years. So you deserve to get scripts and strategies and techniques that are modern, that are new, that work, and that are guaranteed. That's what you deserve. And I've worked my butt off to make this happen for you. So give us a call and let us guide you and show you exactly what you can expect and how we can get these results for you. It's not hard. It's actually very simple. You'll probably be a little surprised at how simple it is. So, my friend, I'm so glad that you're here and joining me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to go to the website. When you book your call, go to the website and download the Caregiver quiz. Okay? And hopefully I will see you again real soon. Bye. Would you like to get these same results? This course comes with a 100% money back guarantee. Join me for the next session before the class is full. To apply, go to answersabout.alz.org or give us a call at 585-775-5949 today.